Within the half circle here, all right, their goal is to touch their opponent's either knee or shoulder. That's the only place that you can touch. No slapping in the face, anything like that. All right, either knee, either shoulder. All right, what I want to see them working on is being able to get in and out, and keeping, basically moving their feet, okay? And let's see how they do. All right, do you guys understand? Okay, go. Keep going, keep going. First one to 5. Next one wins, next one wins. Winner. All right, good job. All right, couple things that I'm trying to see in that game. First, when I play a game like this, and then I play kind of a similar ball handling game that I'll show in a minute, okay, it is very easy to see players' personality in games like this, okay? Both of these guys were pretty aggressive, okay? Other players will come out, it's Luke, right? Okay? And you'll see, and I've seen this, I don't want to be stereotypical, but it tends to happen a little bit more with girls than guys, but I've seen it with guys too. And instead of being really aggressive and up here trying to get them, they'll be really defensive and standing back and just trying not to get tagged. Okay? So there's two kind of approaches, and you can kind of tell a player's personality, whether they're going to be the aggressive kind that's really going to go after it, which, having seen these guys play yesterday, okay, they tend to be that way, or they're going to be kind of the defensive or the more shy type of player where you're going to have to probably do something to try to get them to be a little bit more aggressive for them to have success on the court. The other thing I want to see, and I wouldn't say that they were great at this, okay, is a little bit more in and out movement with their footwork. Okay, so the same type of push that we want to get when we're starting to play defense. Okay, so go one more time. Let's go first to 3. Okay, try to get in and out a little bit more. Push hard. Get in. There you go. All right, so you can see, what was your name again? Josh? Oh yeah, that's right, my fault. So Luke has to go in and out a little bit more than Josh because Josh has the length advantage with his arms. Okay, so he can kind of cheat a little bit because he's a little bit bigger, a little bit longer, okay, and he can reach Luke, okay, but Luke has to do a pretty good job of getting in, getting out, and so all that's doing, it's the same motion that I need to use if I'm guarding here, pretend like you have the ball. Okay, if I'm guarding here and I'm on the ball and he makes a jab step and I have to get back and I have to come and I have to give space, it's the same in and out movement when I'm guarding the ball. All right, but now I'm just introducing it in a different way, okay, in a fun way. They're both smiling the whole time, okay, and they enjoy it as opposed to me putting them in front. All right, step slide, step slide, step slide. All right, so first game that I play. Next game, do you guys want to go or you want me to get somebody else? All right, so face across from each other. About 2 arms length away. So when I do this with my team, we go everybody at the same time, okay, and just kind of spread people out over the court. All right, so mirror drill, you've probably seen it, okay. So you're going to be the offense, okay, the initiator, you're going to be the follower. All right, so Luke's goal, okay, is to try to create separation. So all they're going to do is move left, stay. All right, all he's trying to do is create separation between the width of his body and the width of Josh's body. All right, Josh is trying to keep at least a foot within the width of Luke's body. Okay, so if Josh can create space, he's winning. If Luke can create space, he's winning. If Josh can stay with him, okay, then Josh is winning. All right, do you guys understand what you're doing? Yes, you're reacting to him. All right, ready, set, go. Good job, Josh. Oh, come on, Josh. Now, stop. All right, pretty good. Okay, now, from there, okay, I usually teach out of this, okay, because I work with a lot of players, so I wouldn't call the best athletes, so usually you have to instruct and teach some things. So the key thing that I'm looking for is when they change directions, that they get their foot outside their knee and their knee outside their hip. All right? If I try to change direction straight up, that's where people start to roll their ankle, or then they have to take the extra step to get the braking angle to push in the direction that they want to go. All right? The second point that I would make based on what these guys did, because they did pretty well on that one, okay? But when you fall behind, you can't try to shuffle to catch up. Does that make sense? Okay? So you can cross your feet, okay, and get back in front. Does that make sense? All right, let's go. You, Josh, you're going to lead this time. Luke, you're the follower. Catch up, catch up. That's pretty good, Luke. All right, stop.
Athleticism is the foundation of their game. Their feet are the foundation of their athleticism. Every single thing a basketball player does starts at their feet. Every pass, every shot, every rebound, every defensive slide starts at their feet. Yet the ankle is the #1 injured area on basketball players of every age, of every level, all over the world. So it's safe to say the feet are vaguely important. Well, as a coach, I understand that I get what I emphasize. The guys at the math of the high school that I work for in Maryland, they don't know a whole lot, but they know Coach Stein thinks the feet are very important. And the reason they know that is we start every workout barefoot. And I've got a couple of young ladies who are going to come up now. They have their shoes off. That's your cue. Basketball shoes by design are to create as much stability as possible, which when they're playing is fine, but in order to strengthen the intrinsic muscles in their feet and improve the mobility in their ankles, we take them out of their shoes and certainly take them out of their ankle braces and tape, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. But I'm going to show you a handful of things that we do prior to every workout. And just so you know, my talk has been divided into 2 hours. I do an hour this morning, I'll do an hour tomorrow. Today's going to focus on ankle and hip mobility, on a very purposeful warm-up, and covering strength and power. I highly would hope you come back tomorrow where I'll cover quickness and reaction and conditioning and agility, but I've really neatly divided the two right down the middle. All right, what the young ladies are going to do now, I just want you to balance on your right foot and I want you to lift your left knee so it's higher than your hip. Left knee higher than your hip. This is the very first thing we'll have our players do, and I recommend you try this with your players. If your players have difficulty balancing on one foot without their shoes on, that ankle they're standing on, that's a red flag. They're at a higher risk of having an ankle or foot problem with the leg that they're standing on. And it's okay, it's challenging. You'll see immediately how dependent kids are on playing in their shoes. So it's okay if they're having some difficulty. If gravity starts to win and this knee starts to come down, which it is, that just means this young lady might be lacking some core strength, some strength in her hip flexors. Again, that's okay. That's okay. Now before y'all laugh too much, you're going to be up here in a minute too, so just be careful, peanut gallery. Now without changing anything else, I want you two to close your eyes. Immediately close them. Close them as tight as you can. You'll see when you remove one of the senses, especially the sense of sight, which we're so dependent on, it makes this 10 times harder. But we're working on their spatial awareness, their kinesthetic awareness, their balance. There's a big word in the industry called proprioception. Proprioception just basically means you can control your body in space. That's the essence of basketball. They have to have full control over their body at all times. They have to control how fast they go, when they jump, when they cut. About 10 seconds left, ladies. And you see they're struggling a little bit, that's okay. If they do this a couple minutes a day, most days of the week, in 2 to 3 weeks, if y'all were to come back, they'd be killing this right now. And relax. All right, now, of course, if we were doing this for real, we would do both legs, because we want to even those legs out. But for clinic purposes, I want to get as much stuff as I can in 55 minutes, so we're not going to do the other leg, we're going to move to the next exercise. If you guys want to switch legs so one leg doesn't get tired, that's cool. So you're going to balance on your right foot now, and I want this foot to stay completely flat. I want you to lower yourself until you can just touch your palms to the ground and stand all the way back up. This foot must stay flat. I don't want your heel coming up. Try not to touch this leg, and you're not transferring weight to your hands. You're literally coming down, kissing off the ground, and coming right back up. I'd like you to do 10 of them with your eyes open, and I'd like you to do 5 of them with your eyes closed, please. We're working on some mobility in the Achilles. Excellent, you guys doing nice. After you get 10, we'll go 5 eyes closed. Okay, doing fine. You'll probably notice a big difference between the eyes open and eyes closed. They're actually both doing an outstanding job with it. Outstanding. Now, to their credit, they're trying to do something that they've never done before, not only in front of these hyenas over here, but in front of 300 coaches. It's a little bit more pressure than if we're in the privacy of our own gym. Outstanding, ladies. Nice job. I'm not counting. That's up to you guys. That's probably close enough. The next thing we're going to do, you're cool. We're going to go to a lunge. I'm going to talk in a little bit when we talk about a purposeful warm-up, why the lunge is so important. But I want you to get in a lunge position. Now, when we lunge, I don't want your feet on a tightrope. You'll have no balance if your feet are on a straight line. So I want you to stay hip-width apart. We'll put one foot out. I want your ankles, knees, hips, and shoulders square to the direction that you're facing. I want your back knee about 3 to 4 inches off the ground. I want your front knee above your heel, and try to keep your torso upright. Go ahead and just hold that position. Hold that position. And it's going to burn for a little bit. You're going to feel a really good stretch in the arch of your back foot. True to form, you're going to hold for about 30 seconds, then we'll close your eyes for about 30 seconds.
Played at where? Stanford, just unbelievable. I'm giving a clinic one time and Madsen's there. Now here's a guy that's played at Stanford. He's played all over. And you know, Madsen isn't probably the greatest shooter in the world. I can't even describe how he shoots the basketball. So go over to him and I say, hey Mark, he says, Bronny, can you help me? And I go, let's just look at it. In about 10 minutes we changed everything, and he goes, you know what? I've played all over the world and I've never had anybody show me that. What I'm saying is, don't take anything for granted with anybody you work with. I don't care if that kid is a scholar, he scores 30 points a game. Yesterday I brought up the high school kid to you guys I'm working with right now. He's going to be the all-time leading scorer in the state of Minnesota when it's done this year. But we're started working his footwork, way he has his hand on the ball, all that stuff. He needs to get better. He's going to Boston College next year. But, you know, the level of competition he's played at, he's never had to perfect all those skills. So it doesn't matter if you're playing 6th grade or you're playing Division I, Division II, or in the NBA, they all fundamentally, these guys lack a lot of that stuff. Now with that being said, we're going to get right into this thing. And the first drill we did yesterday showed you, I always call it the Al Jefferson progression stuff, but it can be used everywhere. And why we use Al Jefferson, you know, he's our most famous player, and his footwork is really, really good. And I think a lot of you guys, from what I heard, really like this. And all you youth basketball coaches, you need to see this too. So look, let's get spread out on where you're supposed to be yesterday. Elbow, wing, and you can use this every place on the floor, and you can also use it right here at the post. Now just really quick, I'm going to go through this. Now I'm big on reverse pivot. You know, most people get their hand behind the back, and if somebody's behind them, what's the common thing to do? They go here, or they go here. I like to have it where I've got the ball, boom, a reverse pivot. And I reverse pivot on my left foot because I'm right-handed, and I really believe in that. I want to free up my strong side, and that's my right side. So with that being said, some of these were here yesterday, so we'll go through this quick, but you need to see this. So I've reverse pivoted, always fake shot, I jab. I can do 4 things. I can come right back to shoot it. I can jab, I can take him, I can come in with the baby hook with a little crab dribble. I can jab, fake, reverse, crossover, and come in. And then, you know, the thing real important there yesterday, not many of you players you're probably coaching can go up and dunk it, okay? So when you do this, you have to make sure, you know, and I play a lot down here, and I know I'm only 5'10", but you got to learn how to control your body too. I'm here, ball's out in front of me, I'm protected, nobody can block that shot. I don't care if he's 6'10". But if I come in and make a great move on this person, and I come right back in like this, you guys all know that, boom, it's going the other way. Then the last thing is where you fake shot. You know, I'm always big on jab, jab, come, drop, shot. And when you get really good at this, you take it, jab, boom, drop, same thing, okay? Now, all you guys got that? Try that. They can do it at all 4 spots, okay? Has them do it, just try it. Now, the only thing I'm going to tell you out here, if I get the ball on the wing out here, I'm not reverse pivoting because my left foot is forward. So now I'm coming this way, and then the same moves can be made, okay? As they're doing some of this, I'm going to talk about some other things of getting the ball in the wing. If I get the ball out here and jab, I'm big on rip cross too, okay? So, you watch Kobe. Kobe might do this 4 or 5 times. He's got what we call a little first jab, then a big jab, and watch him play, but he's always jabbing somebody. And that's important. And then taking your ball with you. Ball and foot go together at all times. No matter what you do, if you heard me for 5 hours today, I'm going to tell you everything we do, from everything I'm doing, my lead foot is always going to be my ball, my foot. So I'm jabbing, the ball's outside my hip, it's outside my knee, and if I rip cross, it's coming low, and I'm coming always back, and try to get your foot so it goes towards the basket. You don't want to jab towards the wall or away from that. How are we doing here, guys? Boom. This guy showed this big kid here how to do it. He was going there today. Oh, let's go the other way, though. It's good. Good. And everybody can do this. Guard, post, everybody. We're working on a lot. It's a good drill. And I'll finish a little bit early in case anybody got any questions. But like right here, you're catching it, boom, faking, you got all the moves. And here's the last thing I'll say about this. If you're going to make it on this side and you want to come to the middle, you can jab this. Here's how you do this. You guys all know this. You don't want to come out here, rip cross.
And then you'll be right here on the wing, but right there, and you'll be right here. And you stay right there. Okay, so for how we do it, this defense is to stop transition teams that go in transition. You can do it from starting at full court. You can do it from picking up at half court. We do it from half court. We pick up at half court. So can I get a ball? I guess I need a ball too. So it's right now you would be up having pressure. If you make the long pass, make a long pass right there. The wing is now coming up to take this. So you come up, your defense, so you're guarding her. But when you guard her, you're taking away the middle. So you have to have your right foot up a little bit above theirs so they can't get to the middle. So you'll be right there. You were the second guard, so you just follow in right here. And so from there, you're going to drop back here. You're going to drop right there. So now you are going to have to come over here, and you're fronting the post. But you're not engaging them. Don't engage with them. You just stand right in front of them. Wherever they move, you stay in front. You have to drop over. You drop over. So now the ball's in the corner. This is where the spots are for it. If the ball goes to the corner, the back person of the 1-3-1 is now going out to the corner. So you're going to the corner, and there's 2 different ways to do it. I'll show you the shortcut first. So once she goes out to the corner, you'll be back sliding over here more on help side. You now you're right here from in this position, and then you open up, and it's 2 big steps to get right back here. So you're in this spot now. So now you come here. You from right here, this guard that's on the strong side is now popping back out up here, about right here, baiting for this pass. You're not taking it away, you're baiting it. You want them to throw it there so you can pick it off and go. You, the backside guard, have to drop in right in here, and you got anybody that's coming around in the middle. You got everybody that you can see in the middle. Okay? So if it goes back to the top, you stay right there, stay right there, stay there. So you're still right there. You're there on her. So now you're there. It gets swung to the top. You go up to the top. You have to sprint back here to the middle. You cheat over that way. You have to cheat in the middle. You have to come this way. And now we're still right back into it, so it's the 1-3-1. So now when it goes back here to the wing, you got them. You drop here. You're still back there. You have to rotate over here in front now because you're the middle person, and you're right there in the backside. So then it goes to the corner. You go out to the corner. You have to be backside help. You sprint down right in here for the help, and you're baiting that pass there, and you drop down in here. Now on skip, if they were to skip it over, go ahead, skip it. On skip, closest man is supposed to take it. How we teach it for have our wing take it so it doesn't mess up the backline rotation, and we'll show you a breakdown drill of how to teach it after this. But the closest man is supposed to take it, but if they both go at the same time, it's the perfect chance for a trap. So we'll say the guard took it, so you take it. So So you have to drop back over. You got to slide back over here to the middle. You slide, because you're the middle person now. So you slide back in here. You're right there fronting her. You're in the middle, and you just drop. Okay? Let me see, where are we at now? So now if you skip it back over there, skip it back to that wing. No, I'm sorry, bring it back. Skip it to the wing. So now for everyone, right there to the wing. You were the closest one, so you get there. You're taking it away. You have to pop out a little bit. You're in the front, and you drop. So it's a 1-3-1, but now it looks like a 2-3, still 2. And it's ball pressure at all times. So now, get it back up top, please. You scoot back a little bit. So you're guarding here, we're reset. So you get back, you can go back over there to that wing. Hang on, no, sorry, I was talking to her. What's your name? Emily, can you go right over there on the wing? Right there. If you were to dribble this way, and make that pass, you're still coming up, but you're taking that side and you're dropping here. Because she's already came over this way, so you can help, so she's already on strong side, so now you can back off. So now you have to drop down a little, you're still fronting, and you're still right there. So then if it goes to the corner, she's going out, you got help side. Here's the other cut. Here's the other way you can do it besides the shortcut.
It's a way of having individual players learn the game from several different perspectives, okay? Yes, they can post up. Yes, they can play outside the 3. They learn to dribble. They learn to pass. They learn to make decisions, regardless of how big or small they are. So our specific motion offense that we use is a 4-out, 1-in, but you could also use a 5-out offense, okay, depending on, again, your personnel. So if you have no big kids, it's not a big deal. It doesn't mean that you put, you know, your widest body down there. It just might mean that you're going to want to spread the floor a little bit more. So maybe I'll get some of our helpers up. So let's get any 4 people, just come on up for me. So probably the most important offensive principle that we talk about is spacing. We do a lot of 4-on-4, 4-on-0 team offense. So just as far as where we want to space the floor. So I want one person here, another one over here, and 2 on the wings, please. Okay, so if you want to go 4 around 1, if you do have a post player, again, this is how you'd position the floor. We call these spots the swings, or the high elbow, okay, because they're positioned off the elbow but just extended up. And then these are our wings. We like to bring the wings just a little bit lower than the free throw line extended. Okay, so you can see the floor is really well spaced. And if you have a post, you can put them in to begin, but not necessarily keeping them inside all the time. So with our 4-out, 1-in, our big, who starts in, doesn't stay in there. She stays in for a second, 2 seconds, and then she's always coming out. So the person who's in is always interchangeable. Let's have one more player come up for me, please. So if you wanted to go 5-out, then the spacing just becomes, yeah, come on up here with the ball. So we've got our point, and then we slide our wings down to the corner, and there's how we're spaced. Okay? Okay, let's go back to 4-out, 1-in, and I'll have you slide over. If you can leave the ball, that'd be great. Okay, so some of our principles in terms of movement. Whenever the ball is passed from the point to the wing, okay, this is always going to be a basket cut. Whether you cut in front of your defender or behind your defender, he or she must get to the rim quickly. Okay, you're never going to fight the defense. So what I mean by that is, if the defender jumps to the ball, okay, and she goes to cut, we're not going to continue to try and fight all the way down the lane. It's one step and gone, okay? And we talk a lot about every cut must be a scoring cut. So you're not just cutting through the paint just because that's what coach tells you what to do. You're cutting with the intent to always receive a return pass. So as soon as you have that quick give and go, okay, what's your name? Brittany. So Brittany goes, if Brittany cuts with the intent to receive the return pass, what happens on the weak side of the defense is that I have to respect that. So if I'm guarding Tanisha, I can't just hang out over here. I have to be aware that Brittany might be getting a return pass, which makes me suck in, which also opens up the skip pass. Okay, so getting your players to cut hard, easier said than done, but really driving home the point that unless they're ready to receive the return pass, they're not helping out their team. Okay? Okay, so the ball goes. We're making our basket cut. And she goes right to the rim. She sees the ball the whole way. Okay, so even when you get to the front of the rim or underneath, you're opening and you're going to be ready to exit away. We're blasting across to receive the return pass up top. As soon as you get rid of it, you're sliding to space. Okay, so the idea being every time you give up the ball, I feel like I'm really loud here. Every time you give up the ball, there's something that you're looking to do. You're trying to get behind your defender, trying to get your defender to turn his or her head. If you get your defender to turn their head, you've won the battle. Okay, so whether that means you might back cut them, whether it means you might ball cut them, you've done your job because now you're occupying a defender, not allowing them to poach or help. Okay, so she would slide or back cut or look to ball cut me, but she's staying in space. Ball's then going to get reversed. So Tanisha's coming all the way up nice and high. Yep. So now we've reversed the ball. If we get into any screening action, then what we want is the ball being held at the high elbow, and now these two players are going to be involved with some type of screen. So whether it's a flare screen, whether it's a down screen, whether your big is here setting an up screen. Okay, but this is where all the action is happening. Our wing on this side over here is just going to stay in space. Okay, Tanisha might be able to penetrate because the ball's been reversed. Okay, and if not, she's looking to this side of the floor, and if all else fails, then she can complete the reverse.
National team kids, and they love them just as much as the little ones. In fact, they probably love them more because they're so used to doing the old drill. So it's that blending that we're going to do. The other thing I want you to get out of this is how you load things. And anybody's ever seen me talk before, to me, loading is the art of coaching. It's where skill equals challenge. I'm going to show these kids today some skills where that's pretty easy. If I stay with that, they'll get bored. It's too easy. I'm also going to show them a couple where the skill is the challenge, is greater than the skill. They're going to get frustrated if I stayed with it too long. So great coaching is matching skill to challenge. And then I just got to load the challenge to bring up the skill. Load the challenge. And we can do that through a games approach. The other thing I'll warn us about games approach is I still have to do error detection and correction. If I'm going to make them improve, I must still do error detection and correction when they're playing in these little games. Sometimes I can correct it by changing a rule of the game, changing the size of the court, changing the boundary, changing things they do. But sometimes I may have to stop the game, go work on a skill, and then come back to the game. But they'll be much more excited to work on that skill because they now see how it applies. So I'm going to try to show you rather than tell you, because I think we learn better by seeing and doing things. Okay, so we need our athletes up. We got our two teams. Okay, everybody out, and we're going to use the volleyball court, and I'm going to use my brightly colored ball. I love this ball for little kids. First of all, it's 25% lighter than a real ball. So when you're dealing with a kid 7 years old, they can actually lift the ball a little bit easier, and they're not afraid to catch it as much either because it's really light. And the other one, they love the colors. Okay? So with little kids, these are important. Okay, we got our two teams. Our boundary line is the white volleyball court. And with little kids, we'd actually probably walk the line to learn the boundary. That's important with little kids. Here's the rules, real simple. You must complete 10 passes in a row between your team without a fumble or a travel or going out of bounds. If the ball gets knocked down, the other team just takes it, starts passing right away. Game's on. Block. And stop. How many passes is that, Black? 5 or 4? Well, I don't know. How many is it? Okay, so what's one of the biggest problems we have with getting kids in games is to talk. Okay, so I'm going to now load in a rule that's going to make them talk. Instead of me saying, you got to talk, you got to talk, you got to talk, and I get frustrated, I'm going to say, here's the rule. When you receive a pass, so make your pass to AJ. If AJ doesn't say, run, it's a violation. Make your pass. And she must use a leadership voice. Okay? Okay. Because one of the things I found, if you just let the loudest athlete talk, you can go your whole career as a quiet person and never say a word. Because the loud person does all the counting and I'm allowed to stay quiet. You need to find ways that everybody has to know when they have to use their leadership voice. So this is the next load. We'll load in the talking. Okay, so we're going to start at 0. Black ball, play. White. And stop. Now they're pretty good. They're moving pretty good. But one of the things you'll find with younger kids especially is the same 2 kids may dominate the passing. And one of the concepts we want to learn is to pass and move. So here's the rule this time. We still got to call the number. Make your pass to a white teammate. Make a pass. You must touch an end line of the volleyball court before you're allowed back in. Okay? Make a pass. You must touch an end line. Okay, so now the idea of passing. Now I could make it a sideline. I could make it anything I want, but for them, I'm going to make it an end line. It's going to force pass, do something. Not pass and stand. Okay, ready? It's 0. White, it's 0. Play. Black.
Give me a person over here without the ball. Give me a person on the ball. Give me a person here. Okay, so let's be a little wider, guys. Okay. Okay, so we're going to play guided first. So you're going to be a little wider. You're going to get on the side. And you're going to take, you're going to take 3 dribbles, and you're going to let him cut you off near the end of the West Winnipeg there, WWW, right? So you're in the gap. Okay, you're in the gap. You're talking. Okay, you're gonna cut him off, and your head's going to be facing either up the court or that way. Okay, so. I am coming right away. Stop, put the ball in your right hand. If I see his head is not looking, it's automatic trap. Okay, when I get there, we can't get split. So we got to cross our legs. Bang, like this, right? And we're physical. Like, remember I said walling up today? Yeah. So we're going to wall up. Okay? We're walling up. That's what Winnipeg do. They push you right out of bounds. Okay? You got to wall up. Okay? Wall up. Move your feet. Stay down. Okay? Now, when we trap, okay, I can't give vision. So can I just take you for a second? Go slow motion because I'm old. I'm 63. Okay? So, okay, now when you pivot, no pivot like you just did back. When you pivot, I've got to have my chest between the ball and you. Okay, pivot back. I got to be super active. So we can't ever let him see a clear passing lane. Okay, wall up. Good. Don't let him come back. Don't reach. That was bad. Okay, you got to keep your feet moving. Okay, we're going to go 2-on-2. You're going to allow yourself to get trapped. We're going to wall up. Thanks, guys. You're going to, keep your dribble alive, but you may have to pick it up and stop here. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Good job. No, come on, don't pass it. Not until we get the trap. We'll let you pass it after we get the trap. You're way too slow. You gotta decide. So you gotta commit, like right now. Commit like right now. Okay, let's go. Go, go. Good, 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 good. Okay? If we get that type of pass, we're in good shape. Two new guys. Quick. Quick, quick, quick. Ball up, ball up, ball up. Good job. Okay, now. Okay, let's talk about a concept. Any pass back. So now, guys, go 2-on-2, trap it. Okay, 2-on-2. Quick, quick, quick. Okay, take it there. Trap it slow, go behind. Okay, okay. Any reverse pass. Go stay right there. Okay? Any reverse pass. Let this person take the reverse. Why? He's already facing the ball, yeah. So he has to pivot. So any reverse pass that's not forward, you've got ball, you got to sprint to gap. Right here. Between your man, right? Okay? So let's do that now. We're going to go 2-on-2, allow reverse pass. Okay? Let's go. 2-on-2, allow reverse pass. Go get it, go get it. Good gap, 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 gap. Go, go, go. Trap, 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 trap. Stay behind, stay behind, stay behind. Stay behind, behind, stay behind. You got him, you got him. Let's go. Good. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come, come, come. Okay, trap, 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 trap. Good job. Reverse, reverse. Go get him, go. Not so. No, get the gap, get the gap, get the gap. Stop, 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 stop. You got to get the gap. So you got to drop. So, hey guys, key thing. Put the ball over there. When I say get the gap, so set a trap here, you always got to be supporting the ball. So the ball goes back, turn and sprint, just like a man-to-man defense, yeah. Okay, you are chasing him down. Go that way. Okay, go hard, and you're here, now you go, bang, okay?
We go to shooting, or we start with shooting, depending on the day, and different things. Today we'll just do some form shooting. So with our form shooting, the gym we have has 6 hoops. Here's 2, but we'll space out. Not very far, ladies. Hey girls, hold up. So we're not very far. We're just gonna get close. We're gonna try and get 50 shots up, not made. And we start with the ball high. Girls, we start with the ball in a shoulder pocket and just lift and find some rhythm. Lift and find some rhythm. We're working on the tail end of our shot. Just trying to build some muscle memory. So they work on one hand underneath the ball, one hand beside, keeping the ball a bit high, tying in their rhythm, and just get shots in their own. We walk around and try and help correct form. Nothing too stressful. Okay, and then when they're done 50, we move on to paired shooting. Actually, the other one we do here is the rhythm shoot. I think John Giesbrecht showed it the other day. Ladies, you want to try some of the rhythm shooting? So we do it 2 ways. We hold one really high, and we lock the body, bang, bang, shoot. We do a quarter turn, shoot, or we hold it low pocket after that where we create more rhythm. So again, this is just more balance. You're going one direction, then coming to another. You have to stabilize your core, keep your form, and finish. Gives them a little bit feel for some rhythm when they shoot. Go ahead, ladies. Right, they're starting high first, the tail end of their shot. The next 5 or 10 will bring it down into a shooting pocket where they create a little more rhythm. So it's a little more game-like. Okay? Then we'll get in paired shooting after this. So find your partner, please. Ladies, find your partner, one ball. We're going to do paired shooting. And this again is one pass. Find a new spot. Your partner rebounds themselves. They pass out, catch and shoot. So random shooting. It's going to be a different spot every time. Working on targeting, passing. And another thing we're working on actually that's, like these shooting machines are great. I guess these guys are gone yet, I don't know. But part of your skill is seeing a rebound, tracking how it's going to hit the rim, and anticipating where it goes. Right? If you have a shooting machine or a partner who's just doing the same thing over and over, or a line of people, you're not learning that ability. So the paired shooting I really like for that because you have to read the ball, you want to get to it. You could add rules where the ball can't hit the ground. So they really have to anticipate and hustle and get the ball, and you're creating good habits. Okay, go ahead. Just some paired shooting. Pass, go behind, go find a new spot. Your partner chase the ball. Again, this is a very old school drill, but it's one of those ones that's just good, so why change it? We could add different moves, so now it's just catch and shoot. Every time it's a shot, fake, and go. It's a side step dribble, a separation dribble, whatever you like. The mechanism is just paired shooting. Shoot, chase your rebound, find a new partner. You got to relocate them, pass to them. Okay, and we'll set up the next one. So we're just progressing from easier stuff to stuff that's a little more complicated and a little more game-like. Okay, that's great. Come on down. Let's set up V-cut shooting. Okay. So can we get one more dot there? Yeah, right behind you.
Everyone with the basketball is set up.
Right here? Sure. So this is V-cut shooting. A lot of you guys know this one. The story behind this one is I used to coach with Randy at a high school. And I was like, I don't like this drill. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I didn't like it. I don't know why. I was young and just didn't like it. And then I went to coach at UW Collegiate, which is in a powerhouse for basketball. I had a lot of raw, new kids. And their footwork, they couldn't do layups. They couldn't just intern and shoot. We did this just for like 2 months. And the improvement, these guys were older. They're high school age. But the improvement just in their footwork, their ability to do layups was crazy. So it sold me on this drill. So now we just do this, but we do different things off it, whatever move you want to work. You get a lot of people moving. You get a lot of good reps. You get a lot of footwork in a controlled environment where you could watch and correct. Not all scattered. You got one coach. And so for you guys that are coaching by yourself with one group, it gives you a chance to error detect, error correct. So it's essential. So what we do, we want to take 2 hard steps one way, plant with the outside foot, come to the ball with hands up, and we want to go inside pivot foot, catch and shoot. Chase the ball, go the other side of the floor. As soon as I've passed the ball, I become a cutter. It's almost like Rick stuff. Pass and cut, pass and cut.
We are going to be awesome in transition. Understand the math. The most possessions that you're going to see are from offense to defense and defense to offense. I don't care what offense you run. I don't care what defense you run. If you are not efficient between these free throw lines, you are going to get smoked when you play the good teams. And the reason is that good teams normally are associated with more athletic ability. So just from a genetic standpoint, they can run from there to there faster. And then what we're going to do every day is that we're going to train both sides of the body. So I need you guys to bring 6 chairs out here. I need 6 guys in, and each of you should have 2 balls. Come on, let's go. That's good. Come on, 2 balls. Where's your 2 balls? So every day in practice, we're going to do 2-ball dribbling. 2-ball dribbling. When I started out my first year in high school as a coach, for me, I was ambidextrous as a player. So McDonald's All-American, but I was ambidextrous. I was as good with my left hand as I was with my right hand. And then what I learned was that there were so many players that we would run into in my 6-year career in the NBA that no one had forced them to play with both sides of their body. So when I hear a coach say, well, we're going to force him left because he can only throw a hook pass, all right, not against my team. Because when he goes left, he's done the Mikan drill so much that he can score with his left hand. What you have to do is that once you learn what's right about basketball, you must force your will on your team to learn what's right every day. So the first year that I coach, my team always goes backward because they're going to learn to communicate. And these kids, the problem they have is because all the electronics, they don't learn to communicate. I sent you a text. Well, text ain't no good in the game. I sent you an email. That's no good in the game. You need to open up your mouth and scream. If you don't, you run. Would you prefer to run or talk to each other? You don't have to talk to me, but you have to talk to your teammates. Sit down in those chairs, move them apart, please. Turn the chairs toward me, please. Can we get someone to run that clock for us? Please? All right. Eyes closed, head up in the air. The ball should not come any higher than your knee. Or someone just yell out 30 seconds. Someone do that for me, please? Go. You got to get up and get the other one. Change. You guys are next. Let's go. Next. Come on. Let's go. Alternate them. Left, right. Together. Change. Come on. Who's next? Who hadn't got in? Who hadn't been in? Go. Change, alternate them.
More upon you guys, the club coaches or whatever, to make sure we're teaching and not just instructing. You guys know the difference, right? So when you got a test in school, right, there was a list of instructions at the top of the test, right? Please read each answer thoroughly. Please do 2 of the 3. Those are instructions. When you're teaching guys, when you're teaching kids, girls, guys, whatever, are you giving them instructions or are you teaching? Let's have you just stand right in the middle, okay, with a really big, wide stance. Take up a lot of space. Good, okay? You guys got the key, right? The unpainted area. You ready? Okay? Now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to play tag, okay? You just stand there. Be a big, wide body. Do not move anywhere. Do you understand? He's not in the game, right? He's a big telephone pole, okay? That's all he is. Got it? You are it. You're trying to tag him. You cannot go outside of this area. Do we understand? Good. Now hold on. Before you start, what did I just do there? I gave instructions. No one has gotten better here. They've learned how to do a drill. They're about to learn how to do a drill. That's it. But no one has gotten better. Okay? Are you guys ready? You understand the drill? Okay, go. Tag, you're it. Okay, wait, hold on. Now you gotta get him. Go. Good, you're it. Go. Good. Who's it? Go. He's starting to learn a little bit. Now hold on. Stop. What'd you do there different? You got a little bit away from him there, right? Moved away? How are you using him? Right? Let's think about this a little bit. He's it, right? Let me come off. You're trying to get me now. Right? Hold on. Stop. You're trying to get me. I'm slow, going slow motion. Right? I'm going to move this way. I'm going to move this way. I got you. I'm it now. Right? Good. Excellent. Good. We got it. Now, here's the next game. You are now helping the person who's not it. What I want you to do is this. Okay? You can now move. All right? So now, hold on. You can't set a moving screen, but you can pivot. Let me take your spot for a second. Okay? You're it. Got it? Good. Bam. Good. Got him? You're it? Okay, hold on. You're it. Ready? Go. Good. Go. Do it. Let him go. What are we teaching in basketball here? Screening and movement, right? Screening and movement. What do you think of this was? Guy sitting right up there that never wants to get any attention because he always hits at the back, right, is Randy Cassano up there, right? He said this to me once. He said, screening is just tag. That's all it is. It's just tag. I tag you, you've got to come at me, I've got to move. right? Now, we can sit in a drill and teach them curl, flare, right? That kind of stuff. Or we can let them just do it. Okay? We can let them just do it. Now, you're a screener. You're a screener. Okay? You can move and pivot around. Okay? You got it? Hold on. You're here. You're it. You got to tag him. Got to use both now. Got him. Good. Now switch it. Good. You guys keep playing while I'm talking. Is it starting to resemble a little bit more of what might happen in a game? See, at first it didn't, right? But it's starting to kind of look at, oh, I'm learning how to move. Good. Okay, hold on, stop, guys. Good. Now, so now we're starting to change direction. I haven't given him anything right now. I'm letting him just learn by doing. Okay, I'm letting him just learn by doing. Okay? Now's when we can start to teach a little bit. We can start to talk to screeners about how they stand, about their base, right? About stepping into someone, about jump stopping, about getting low. Depending on how your league refs this, what the hand position is. Are you teaching this?